let's be real for a second. Have you ever felt like the word get is some kind of secret code you just can't crack? I mean, it's one of the most common words in English, but wow, it can also be one of the most confusing. Well, today, we're going to unlock that secret together.
If you're learning English, I bet you've noticed get is literally everywhere. It just pops up constantly, right? And every single time, it seems to mean something totally different. It is enough to drive anyone a little bit crazy.
And hey, it's not just you. Check this out. This is a real quote from a native English speaker. Even we know this word is a total beast. So if you've been struggling with it, just relax. You are absolutely not alone.
But here's the good news, the really good news. There is a secret. There's a simple way to organize all those different meanings in your head so you can stop feeling confused and start using get with total confidence, just like you've been speaking English your whole life.
So what is this big secret? It's actually super simple. Stop trying to memorize like 20 or 30 different definitions. It's impossible. Instead, I want you to think of almost every single use of get as belonging to just 3 main ideas. This is going to be our roadmap.
Okay, you ready? Here they are: acquire, become, and derive. That's it. These 3 simple concepts are the foundation for everything. Once you really get these, you'll see how all the other meanings, even the tricky ones, fit perfectly into place.
Okay, let's dive into the first one, which is probably the most common one you'll see. This is all about getting something, about it coming into your possession one way or another.
So just think of this as the possession category. If something comes to you, doesn't matter if you buy it, someone gives it to you, or you earn it, you get it. Simple.
Now, let's look at how this works. I got a message just means I received it. If you ask, where did you get that jacket, you're really asking, where did you buy it? Can you get me a glass of water is just a nice, normal way to say, bring me one. And I got a place at university means I succeeded, I obtained it. See, it all comes back to that one idea, acquiring something. All right, you with me? Let's move on to our second core idea, and that is all about change. This is when get describes a transformation, a shift from one state to another.
And the rule here is so easy, it's beautiful. Whenever you see get right before a describing word, an adjective, it almost always means become. It's a signal that a change is happening.
For instance, it's getting cold means the temperature is changing, it's becoming cold. He gets angry describes that change in his feelings. Eat your dinner before it gets cold. You guessed it, a change in the food's temperature. It's all about that transition. You see the pattern, right?
Now here's a really cool and important trick that fits into this become category. Look at the huge difference here. If I say I cut my hair, that means me, scissors, in the bathroom, probably a bad idea. But if I say I got my hair cut, it means I went to a salon and paid a professional to do it for me. You use get when you cause something to happen.
It works the same way here. I got my car washed. I didn't do it myself. I paid someone. Now that second one is super important. Their car got stolen. This is how people actually talk. It's a much more natural conversational way to say something happened, especially something bad. In everyday speech, you'll hear got stolen way more often than was stolen.
And finally, we have our third big category, which is all about movement. And this is cool because it covers both physically moving from one place to another and also that movement of an idea into your brain, what we call understanding. Okay, here is a massive tip if you want to sound more natural. In conversation, we almost always say get instead of arrive. Honestly, arrive can sound a little stuffy or formal. So from now on, whenever you want to say you reached a place, just think get.
So you'd ask a friend, what time will we get there, not arrive there? Or you'd say, we finally got to Paris. Easy enough, right? But, and this is a big but, watch out for home. With the word home, we always drop the to. You say, I get home, never ever I get to home. It's a small rule, but it makes a huge difference.
Now for that mental movement. You know when an idea travels from out there into your head and it finally clicks? Well, that's getting it. This is an incredibly common, informal way to say understand.
So if someone tells a joke and you don't find it funny, you can just say, sorry, I didn't get it. If you're lost in a conversation, you might think to yourself, I'm not getting any of this. And then, that amazing aha moment when it all makes sense, you can just say, oh, finally, I get it.
Okay,
Let's pull all of this together. We're going to wrap this up with a simple cheat sheet to help you remember everything, plus 2 awesome bonus phrases that will make you sound even more natural.
Okay, screenshot this, write it down, do whatever you need to do. This is your go-to guide. All 5 of these main uses come from our 3 core ideas: acquiring things, becoming something, arriving somewhere, understanding an idea, and having something done for you. This one little table covers almost every single situation you're going to run into.
And since you made it this far, here are 2 extremely common fixed phrases that use get. If you can master these, your conversational English is going to get a serious boost.
First, when someone says, "I got this," it's a really confident way of saying, "Don't worry, I'm in control, I will handle this situation." And second, to get used to something means to become comfortable or familiar with it over time, like getting used to a new job or, in this case, different food.
So there you have it. The secret to get isn't about memorizing endless lists of words. It's about understanding those 3 simple core ideas. That word that once seemed so impossible is now one of the most powerful tools you have. So the only question left is, with your new English skills, what will you get next?